Before we start our episode, just a quick reminder to all you Igraaspers that our brand new tech show, Technovation, launched on Friday. Watch it if you want to know all the happenings in the world of tech. Also, don't forget to participate in our tech quiz. There are some great prizes to be won as well. So you better hurry, as preference will be given to those who answer first. Hello and welcome to this week's news capsule. It is very well said that generosity is the most natural outward expression of an inner attitude of compassion. Generosity is as important as any other positive attribute in an individual. It brings balance in the life of the individuals, as a result of which they are bound to achieve unimaginable success in their lives. The highlights of today's news capsule are: PM Modi launches Indian Space Association, Nobel Peace and Nobel Economics Prize winners announced, scientists develop Hydrogel Tablet capable of making river water drinkable, R-Fusion, a robot that finds and retrieves missing objects, Indian-American astronaut Rajachari all set to command NASA SpaceX Crew 3 mission, China power cuts and UK petrol woes, energy crisis deepens, silicon prices soar all-time high, wrestler Anshu Malik becomes first Indian woman to win silver in World Championships, and our stirring fun and fact segment. Let's begin with news from India.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi launched the Indian Space Association last week in a bid to use space as a unifying factor for the global community. He said that the space sector is based on 4 pillars: freedom of innovation to the private sector, the government's role as an enabler, preparing the youth for the future, and seeing the space sector as a tool for the development of the common man. The association has several big private companies like Tata, Airtel, and MapMyIndia, with the primary goal of it being to make India self-reliant in the domain of space. What do you think of this surge in investment in space? Let us know in the comments section below.
The Nobel Peace Prize has been awarded to 2 journalists this year, Maria Ressa and Dmitry Muratov, for their fearless reporting in the Philippines and Russia, respectively. Maria Ressa is the CEO of a news outlet called Rappler that does some great journalism within the country, while Dmitry Muratov heads the Russian newspaper Novaya Gazeta. According to the Nobel Committee, both journalists have been awarded the Peace Prize for their free, independent, and fact-based journalism. The 2021 Nobel Prize in Economics was also announced. United States-based economists David Card, Joshua Angrist, and Guido Imbens were awarded for their pioneering the use of natural experiments to understand the causal effects of economic policy and other events. Heartiest congratulations to all the distinguished Nobel winners.
Igraaspers, did you know that scientists at the University of Texas have developed a tablet that can kill bacteria present in water? Researchers have created this tablet to help in purifying natural sources of water. The tablet is called a Hydrogel Tablet as it contains hydrogen that combines with the water to create a compound called hydrogen peroxide, which can kill bacteria. The tablet can purify a whole liter of water in just 1 hour, and it can also be produced on a mass level. Considering that our world is facing severe water scarcity, this is a welcome invention that might be able to provide safe drinking water to a lot of people.
Igraspers, have you ever lost your TV remote or your phone somewhere in the house? And no matter how hard you try, you just cannot find it? Well, scientists at MIT have created a robot that is specifically designed to help you find lost objects. The way it does this is through a camera and a radio frequency antenna attached to it. A tag called an RFID tag must be placed on an object, and through this, the robot can find it anywhere in the house. It's a nifty little idea that can prevent hours of searching. Wouldn't you agree?
An Indian origin astronaut named Raja Chhade will be leading a collaborative mission between NASA and the company SpaceX to take 4 astronauts to the International Space Station later this month. Chhade is also a colonel in the US Air Force and has a lot of experience as a test pilot with more than 2,500 hours of flight time. He will be both the commander for the mission as well as a flight engineer aboard the station. We wish all the astronauts a safe trip and hope to see them back on Earth safe and sound.
The world is currently facing an energy crisis with many countries, including our own, being affected. While there are several reasons for the global shortage, one of them is the reopening of economies that is happening post the coronavirus pandemic. The increase in demand has put increased pressure on our natural resources, with the international trade of coal slowing down. While there has been a shift towards greener forms of energy, there hasn't been enough investment, with most of the world still relying on traditional fossil fuels for power. This is affecting nearly all major countries, with China having increased power cuts, United Kingdom facing petrol shortages, and even India running on coal reserves. This crisis shows us exactly why is it so important to invest in cleaner energy, and we urge global leaders to make the switch fast.
Igraasp, you just now heard about the power crunch the world is having. This is having an unintended effect on the mining of silicon, which is causing the price of the element to skyrocket. Silicon is used in many household items and also is a key component in making aluminium alloys. Due to the ongoing power crisis, silicon mines were ordered to lower production by 90% to conserve power. This has sent the price of the element sky high, causing many global countries to face the scarcity of silicon. We all need to come together as a global community to prevent things like this from happening by making sure we put our planet's health as a priority.
India has continued its stellar sporting performances this year, with 20-year-old Anshu Malik coming second in the World Championships being held in Norway. Malik sadly lost the finals but was able to bag the silver medal, with her being the first Indian woman to do so. She lost to the 2016 Olympic gold medalist Helen Lewis Maroli, who managed to beat Malik due to her experience. We are super proud of Anshu Malik and hope that she will soon take her rightful place as a world champion.
Chennai Super Kings won a record 4th IPL title after beating Kolkata Knight Riders by 27 runs. CSK, after a great batting performance off the back of Faf du Plessis, managed to score a formidable score of 192 for 3. Kolkata Knight Riders, however, could not rise to the occasion due to the heroics of Shardul Thakur, who managed to take 3 wickets to help seal CSK's victory. Openers Shubman Gill and Venkatesh Iyer tried to set KKR up for victory, but the team failed in stopping Chennai from lifting the trophy. Did you catch the match last night? Let us know your favourite moment in the comment section below.
Children in the United States of America have slowly started returning to school. But instead of worrying about coronavirus, most parents are sending their children with an air quality monitor. These parents are sneaking in these monitors to see how bad the air quality is in different parts of the school. Many parents are using this data to pressure schools to act on bad quality air, with one parent even suggesting that children should be allowed to eat outdoors where the air quality is better. It is a good thing that parents are taking an active role in ensuring a safe and clean environment for their children. We hope to see the schools take their findings seriously to ensure the best possible experience for school students.
The Southwestern Railways have utilized the idle AC coaches to transport chocolates and other foods which require lower temperatures from Goa to Delhi. The company that paid for this consignment is AVG Logistics, and the train covered a distance of 2,115 kilometers, with the railways getting a revenue of 12.83 lakhs. This is a great adaptation by the railways to utilize the trains during a time when people are hesitant to use this mode of transport due to the coronavirus epidemic.
The word of the week is wordsmith, which means one who is expert in the use of words. Sana is such a wordsmith. She makes simple situations sound special. Riddle of the week is, what gets bigger when more is taken from it? It's a hole.
Can you guess who? This Japanese tennis player was the first Asian to hold the world #1 title. She is a 4 times Grand Slam singles champion in addition to being US Open and Australian Open champion. She was in the Times list of 100 most influential people of 2019 and 2020. And that's not all. She is also the Loris World Sportswoman 2021. Put your hands together for Naomi Osaka. Did you know that by lighting the Tokyo Olympic 2020 cauldron, Osaka became the first tennis player to do so?
Did you know that using salt and pepper to flavor food could prove to be hazardous in space? As normal as it sounds on Earth, seasoning food in space is a troublesome task for astronauts due to zero gravity. Everything is practically floating, so it can contaminate the surrounding environment. So, they have to liquefy spices and then inject them in their dishes, which are also available in small packets.
Quiz time!
Which pepper plant's seeds will be sent to the International Space Station in the CRS-22 mission for testing their growth under conditions of microgravity? Send your answers to contact us at igraasp.com. Answer to the last week's quiz. The Divye Babe flute was discovered in 1995. This certificate of appreciation is presented to Riya Tayal of Venkateshwar Global School, Delhi, for successfully participating in the weekly quiz on India's leading news capsule for tweens. Igraasp.
Dear Igraaspers, this week let us ride to an orphanage which is anything but peculiar. The story starts when a family tragedy sends 16-year-old Jacob to a secluded island off the coast of Wales, where he discovers the decaying ruins of Miss Peregrine's home for peculiar children. As Jacob investigates the abandoned bedrooms and corridors, it becomes obvious that the children were more than peculiar. Read this thriller and spine-chilling novel by Ransom Riggs and drop in your views at igraasp.com/iClub.
This brings us to the end of our news wrap. Your greatness is not what you have, it's what you give. It can involve offering time, assets, or talent to aid someone in need. So inculcate the habit of giving what you can to all those who need help, and God will always bless you with much, much more. See you next week.